Part of the background of the book of Colossians is a religious and philosophical system and way of thinking that Paul says includes, in chapter 2, verse 18, the worship of angels. I don't think it's all that common today for people to be worshiping angels or even to have references to archangels, but there's an interesting inscription here in Miletus I'd like to explain to you. Miletus is a site south of Ephesus on the western coast of Asia Minor, outside of a massive theater which could have housed 15,000 people in its heyday. There's an inscription on this wall that comes from the 6th century. So after the Roman period, somebody inscribed something in Greek, which has a series of Greek vowels at the top, which nobody can fully understand, and above that there are zodiac symbols. And then there are circles that refer to some words that have some idea about protecting the city. And then at the bottom is the word archangels. Archangels who are protecting the city. Now, as we know, in the world of the New Testament, there were people that had very intense and complicated views of the celestial realm. And the Bible confronts those views with something much more simple and clear. In fact, ever since the days of the Old Testament, God's revelation has taken away the mystery, sort of opened back the curtain to say, there are not all of these supernatural forces, there's one Creator God. However, the Bible also tells us about angels, not only good angels, but also fallen angels, and it does refer to archangels. And it might be helpful for us to realize in front of the text that although some people have a complicated and ritualized view of this celestial realm, that even in some cases borders on magic, and some people have made the comparison between this and some ritual amulets. On the other hand, maybe we in the West have such a materialistic worldview that has flattened out the world to such an extent that we don't realize that, in fact, God has assigned spirits to this world, ministering spirits who are there to help. The Bible even tells us in the book of Daniel that there are regional spirits that are spatially connected, and that sometimes there is warfare going on that we don't even know about on earth. On the other hand, maybe our simplistic worldview might be inadequate to take into account all that's happening around us, even though it's invisible.